I'm being joined with Dr. Peter Derman. Dr. Derman's out in Dallas, Fort Worth. He's a MIS and endoscopic spine surgeon. Dr. Derman happened to be my spine surgeon. I had gone to Mexico with my family on vacation in 2020, and it lifted my daughter up and felt something pop in my back. And then I came back and I was hitting into my golf net, and then I just went to my knees. And in a matter of a couple days, I was bedridden. I couldn't put any weight on that right leg. Could barely stand to shower more than 5-10 minutes or so. It was bad. I lost 30 or 40 pounds. I think it was probably 6 weeks or so from the time I had it until I was being operated on. And I knew that I was going to qualify for endoscopic surgery just based on my experience as a distributor. And so I actually went through a pain doctor to get a really quick MRI.
I pulled up your MRI here over on the left just to get people oriented who maybe not read MRIs a lot. This panel up here is you from the side. Belly, back, gray boxes are the vertebral bodies, the bones of the spine, and the discs are the spaces in between. And what you can see at this bottom level, and we're off to the right side, is some of this disc had broken off and had lodged itself right where your S1 nerve is supposed to be. And that's the traditional sciatica type nerve that runs down the back of your thigh, back of your calf. And pressure there can cause pain, numbness, tingling, and even weakness in the leg. And then this is an axial view cut through this purple line here. And you can see that this blob right here, for lack of a better term, is that piece of disc that had broken off and was really occupying the space where your nerve wanted to be.
And I believe I sent this to you and said, hey, when can we schedule? And you were like, hey, actually, this is a cookie cutter case for me, but it was a really life-changing thing for me because having worked in spine surgery for so many years, a lot of times we walk into the room and we don't think about the person laying there is like gone through a lot, what their family's gone through, external circumstances, especially from a rep standpoint. And suddenly I thought, I don't wish this on my worst enemy. And so I went in and you said, hey, I'm going to fix you up.
And here I'll show a little action shot of the offender, if you will. This is you. This is your S1 nerve. We're on the right side. So your head is over here and your feet are over here. And this was that disc herniation that was just hanging out there, taking up space for the nerve. So I was able to very safely get down, and you see that thing just kind of, it's like delivering a baby. That giant thing just came all the way out.
And that came all the way out in one chunk, huh?
It did. And it's bigger than the actual diameter of the tube, but the disc material is rubbery, so it squeezes through. And that's the little incision that you had.
My wife pushed me in, and literally I was pushed in a wheelchair. And a few hours later, I walked out and kind of halfway jogged to the car just to test it. And this is not a Dr. Derman infomercial. This is not an advertisement where I'm embellishing it. It is literally a true story. And I even put it in this LinkedIn post, and it was so dramatic and unbelievable that I told myself that, hey, when I have a voice and I get back into doing the video production, we are going to discuss endoscopic spine surgery. So here we are.
As you said, you felt so much better, which is so rewarding. And you even did a little piece in one of the local magazines, looking great with your wonderful family.
You don't realize until you've had surgery. I mean, I was so limited. I couldn't even walk around the house, and I had missed a couple of my daughter's t-ball games, which is really foreign territory for me. And so I knew it was needed to be fixed, and it was dramatic. So again, thank you very much. It affected me so majorly in my life that I want other surgeons like you to learn this so they can spread the gospel and spread the wealth for patients that don't need a really big invasive procedure.
If people are curious, by the way, I've posted some videos on YouTube, full-length cases, both an endoscopic posterior cervical foraminotomy and a lumbar discectomy. If they're curious about what those cases look like or learning how to do them, I can walk through them. And these are my social media links. And I talk a lot about endoscopy and spine conditions and spine surgery, et cetera.
And I do look forward to hearing back from you again.
Yes, sir. Well, thanks for having me. And it's always a pleasure hanging out.
Thank you. Have a good evening.